What's up, Savages? It is Friday, so we've made it through this week successfully. It's been a long one. There's been ups and downs, and really the highlight of the week for me is that the Savage shirts came out, and I love each and every one of them so much. I don't think we got the blue shirts in, so if you ordered blue, it'll be just a little bit. But other than that, let's begin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gandhi's Thoughts, brought to you by My Nutrition. I'm Gandhi, and today, talking about potential matchups we can see at Niagara. Now, a lot of people were like, you know what, Scott? I want to hear your predictions already. And mainly Neslo. Neslo, I have one thing to say to you. Go fuck yourself, buddy. I do not do predictions until the Wednesday before the tournament. It's a rule, all right? Don't you come in here and tell me how to run my YouTube, all right? I stick to it. And as long as we look at track record here, I mean, I got 3/4 out of God Champs predictions correct. I predicted, I think it was 3/4. No, I think I was 4 for 4 for regionals as well, for the people in the top 4. So, all in all, man, I have a rhythm to my madness, and I'm not going to change that. But anyways, in case you guys don't know, here is the exact seating that we will be seeing at Niagara. Now, Niagara is different than what you're going to be seeing for Anaheim. And the reason why it is different is because they are going solely on pro points, whereas MLG's Anaheim is based on the league. So you're not going to see the 10 teams who are in the MLG league only be in it. No. Instead, it actually goes by pro points. And that, my friends, is why Optic Nation is number 2. And that's basically that was my whole argument for, Optic Nation being in Season 2 league. I thought, you put such an emphasis on pro points in Season 1, and then all of a sudden they mean nothing besides open bracket. I mean, Killa would have the number 1 seed for anyone in open bracket, no matter what team he's on. He could be teaming with Deodorant, Wallet, and Keychain, and he'd still have number 1 pro points. It's just the truth. So it's pretty bonkers. But so I'm going to go ahead and run you through this all. We're only going to do the winner's bracket today because I think it's easier that way, and then I'll probably do the loser's bracket tomorrow. If you guys want, I can simulate your own predictions for you, but let's go ahead and take a look. So, everyone knows by now, and if you don't know by now, you have to watch my freaking video explaining double elimination brackets because words are fun, Scott. And this is what we're going to be seeing. So, right away, Complexity versus Fuse, SB versus FaZe Black, Envy versus VVV, FaZe Red Vex, Optic Nation, Curse Black, Curse Orange, Wild Gaming, TK Justice, Optic Erupt. God, that is boring to say. So, let's go ahead and bring this up here into the top half of the bracket, right? So this top quarter of the bracket, this looks eerily similar to what Regionals did, right? Like FaZe Black taking on SB, but instead it was just FaZe, and everyone was like, oh man, FaZe is going to beat SB, and what happened? SB fucking destroyed them, right? At Regionals, they 3-0'd them, and then they beat Cole. So for the sake of, let's just go ahead and let's just go ahead and move Complexity up here. So for the sake of this, right, we're still going to see Complexity take on a juggernaut in the second round here. And if it's anything like Regionals, we may see him get upset. But if it's not, we're probably going to see it happen. So this is just like a brief, whatever. I'm not here to do predictions, even though I might be showing them. It doesn't matter. I'm just giving you guys all potential matchups. So round 2, and keep in mind, that is going to be the quarterfinals. So right here, you are guaranteed top 12. If you win, you're guaranteed top 6. Now, going back down here, Envy versus VVV. I can't believe VVV has another team. I thought they were done, but just because... Oh, by the way, real quick. When I do this matchup bracket, I don't believe this is actually going to be the scores. I'm just kind of doing it. But as I say that, I actually have to pencil in the scores because I have people like fucking Pac-Man who's like, oh man, you predicted us to not win a game at COD Champs or at Regionals. I was like, no. I just did a simulation as to what it could possibly look like, and it was the fastest way to do it. So shut your face. Anyways, going back. So I'll pencil in the score that I think is possible, right? So Envy versus VVV, FaZe Red versus Vex. This is going to be one of my favorite matchups to see. Not in round 1, but in round 2. So taking a look here, right in the quarterfinals. I mean, Envy versus FaZe Red. Those two teams are two of the teams who I have my eye on a lot. I had 4 teams who I personally believe can beat Complexity, and 3 of them have the chance to match up against Complexity before the winners bracket finals. Now that is fucking nuts. That is really fucking crazy. I had FaZe Black has a potential of beating them. I have Envy has a potential of beating them. FaZe Red, and last but certainly not least, Optic. Right? Optic, however, is on the other half of the bracket. Right? They would be going. Well, we'll see in a bit. So that matchup in the in the quarterfinals will be fucking huge. Envy versus FaZe Red, again, right here, could be fucking sick. Now, Optic Nation versus Curse Black. This is gonna be the match that a lot of people are gonna be like, why would Optic Nation not be in the league if they're beating teams in the league, right? And that's gonna be a little bit confusing for the fans, and I agree with it, but it is what it is. So Curse Black has a lot to prove right here, I personally would say. So if Optic Nation wins, they're gonna feel great. If Optic Nation loses, they're gonna feel like shit. So I'm just going to go ahead and say this goes the distance. I'm not sure how much Curse Black is going to show up on LAN. I mean, everyone knows they're kind of abusing the Bison, but, Mochilla is a beast. Mochilla's a beast, Enable's a beast, Burns is a beast, and Tipsy's. They're all really, really good. I've watched them play for an entire duration of a weekend, and at least 3/4 of them, not Enable. They're going to be really good. They're gonna be good. That's gonna probably be one of the best round 1 matchups. And if it's not on stream, then, right? I have no say in it, but I think that's gonna be a hell of a matchup, and I'm really looking forward to that. And let's go ahead and see who they would play in the second round here. What's the button? There's the button. There you go, Scott. You are kicking ass. So Wild Gaming versus Curse Orange. This is where we're gonna see fucking Miyagi come back, and I don't know about you guys, and I don't know how much you follow Miyagi, but he is one of the fucking most fun people to watch in this game. And he's like an S&D guru, man. He's just such a beast, right? And I'm not trying to do a disservice to his other teammates. Obviously his other teammates are good, but Miyagi goes from doing very well at Philly to being taken out of the equation completely because he's 15. Nah, I think he's 17. Because he's 17 and he can't do anything about that, right? That eats you right in here. So I can't wait to see what Miyagi's got. He's definitely one of the most talented players, and he, fortunately for him as well, it is on the 360. I don't know how much time he actually put into the Xbox One, but since that decided to randomly shift, let's just go ahead and take a look at that. Look at that. See that? Yeah, my fucking curtain, and by curtain, I mean my fucking tags in my sheets because I'm too lazy, fucking broke this morning. So I was just I'm not hammering it back in. It's not happening. So this morning I woke up to a guy on a fucking tractor cutting grass, as well as the sun beating in my face, moving forward. So that's it. You guys, you get the gist. Miyagi, excited to see you back. Stop moving, you camera whore. All right. Bottom quarter right here, TK versus Justice. As everyone can kind of tell, Justice isn't looking the best online at all, but it is online. But I got TK just kind of going through. And now this is where things get fun right here. This is basically my second most anticipated match. Well, not second, probably third most. It's in my top 4 most anticipated matches in round 1. And why? Well, look who Optic Gaming's playing. As everyone knows, Erupt is just crushing everyone online. They're crushing everyone with the exception of Envy, and I don't even know if those 2 teams matched up. So, people are finally going to say, is Erupt just good online, or can they show up on LAN? This is where Erupt has to prove themselves, and if they fall short, they have a very tough matchup there with Optic, especially in round 1, but at the same time, Optic, we got to see how they come out. They can't come out fucking limp. They can't be a limp dick, you know what I mean? They don't want to be flopping around. They got to come out hot. They got to be strong. They got to be rock solid, They got to be ready to lay the pipe, right? I'm looking at you, Scumper. So when I look at this, I think, I would assume that Optic takes it, but Erupt is, it's going to be interesting. So as we move forward here, right? So we have TK versus Optic. This match is going to be fucking nuts to completely see. TK right now is 1-4 in the league. They're not exactly doing well. and they're gonna have Mad Cat, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move Optic up. This is not my fucking predictions. This is just me penciling in people. Optic Nation versus Curse Orange. I'm gonna be the ballsy one. This isn't fuck it. This is potential matchups. I'm not giving away my predictions just yet. I'm just gonna show potential. So in the semifinals, we have a potential Optic Family Feud match, and since Optic isn't tools, they won't call it Family Feud. It'll just be Optic on Optic hate crimes. Doug. Yeah, that sucked too. Fuck it. I don't know what you say. It's just Optic Nation versus Optic, which would be really, really cool to see, and it'd kind of be like a battle. And if Optic Gaming loses to Optic Nation, that'll be like, ooh. Having said that, I have some thoughts. So, going back to potential matchups here, as I hit the wrong button. Envy versus FaZe Red. I want to see no. Like, basically, one of these two teams will be playing Complexity. Period. I think just because, yeah. And in case like fucking someone comes back and watches this, there you go. Envy versus FaZe Red is going to be one of my favorite matches in the entire world to watch. But then, as we come over here, Complexity just, they probably lose like one game. So in the semifinals, we're looking at having Complexity versus FaZe Red, Optic Nation versus Optic, and then winner of that will be in the grand finals, basically. So it says semifinals right here because it's stupid. This would technically be the winners finals, but challenge bracket sometimes is retarded. So again, one last time, this is your potential matchups here in round one. Keep in mind, I believe the final 4 teams, I think the final like 12 through 16 have to go through open bracket, and then it goes into the championship bracket. So I'm not I think that's how it works. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly happens. But if that's not the case, then that's basically what you're going to be looking at. So that was that. I'll be doing my predictions next Wednesday before I get on my flight to, I guess, Buffalo, and then I go from Buffalo into fucking maple syrup country. The main thing about Canada is that it's just like a wannabe America, but with like shitty accents and crappy hockey teams. I hate every single one of your fucking hockey teams, and I don't know why I decided to look at the mic. I was just like, you know what? Fuck the camera. I'm gonna look at the mic because it's like a person. Anyways, I'm delirious. Anyways, enjoy your fucking Fridays. Get outside, have some fun. It's springtime. Grab a fishing pole, grab some hooks, get some bait. Don't do fucking live bait because that makes you a scumbag. Get out there, throw some lines, enjoy the fucking weather. That's all. Other than that, I love you, but I don't love you. Take it easy. Yeah, how's that for fucking predictions, Neslo? It's not even predictions. Kiss my left nut.